Hello there and welcome back. Tonight we will gently explore the science of hydration multipliers by focusing on the intricate nutrition profile of Liquid IV's specialized blend, inviting you to settle in and drift into a calm, restful state as we journey through how electrolytes synergize with glucose to guide water molecules deep into the body's cells. Imagine a soft blue ambient glow illuminating each droplet of water as it crosses a semi-permeable membrane, guided by a delicate osmotic gradient that arises from the carefully balanced ratio of sodium, potassium, and glucose. This blend, often referred to as a form of cellular transport technology, is designed to optimize the process of hydration in a subtle yet remarkable manner. And tonight, we'll take our time unraveling each layer of the science so that you can feel each word gently lulling you closer to sleep while still absorbing fascinating details about how your body manages hydration on a molecular level. At the core of this gentle hydration story lies the interplay of sodium, potassium, and glucose, three key players that, when skillfully combined, create a concentration gradient within your small intestine that triggers a swift but balanced absorbance of both water and important electrolytes. The sodium works in harmony with glucose to facilitate a phenomenon sometimes referred to by scientists as the sodium-glucose co-transport mechanism. In simple terms, sodium and glucose bind to specific transport proteins in your intestinal lining, and this binding sets in motion a cascade by which water follows the movement of these molecules as they enter your bloodstream. In the process, potassium provides an essential counterbalance inside your cells, helping maintain a stable electrical gradient across cellular membranes. Tonight, imagine these ions glimmering like faint golden particles amidst a soothing blue environment, each one carefully seeking out its designated place to ensure that the water you drink doesn't simply rush through your body, but instead slips gracefully into the spaces where it's needed most. Over the next few minutes, let us linger in this vision of a gentle swirl of watery currents meeting these nutrient molecules, forming pockets of hydration that align with the body's natural transport characteristics. By harnessing the principle of creating an osmotic gradient, Liquid IV's formula helps your small intestine pull extra water into the bloodstream, an effect that is subtly enhanced by the presence of glucose. Glucose acts almost like a key, shifting the flow so that instead of a portion of water remaining in the digestive tract, more of it is drawn through the intestinal wall. This interplay is delicate and finely tuned, because the exact quantities of sodium, potassium, and glucose are chosen such that they complement one another without overwhelming the body's equilibrium. Meanwhile, each molecule of water journeys past the microvilli of your small intestine, carried by that gentle wave of absorption as your body naturally coordinates each step of this process. Picture those water molecules in the foreground, drifting near the surface of the tiny open gates created by co-transporters, ready to slip inside. Picture a subtle shift in color, perhaps a transition from a lighter blue at the outskirts of this cellular realm to a deeper hue as we move inward, highlighting the gradient that intensifies, then gradually evens out. The result is a sense of equilibrium, a kind of balance, where your body can use the fluid efficiently without an excessive sense of buildup. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into just how sodium, potassium, and glucose collaborate, beginning with sodium, which is a primary extracellular electrolyte. Sodium is integral in regulating blood volume and promoting muscle contraction, but in the context of hydration multipliers like Liquid IV, we focus primarily on sodium's ability to partner with glucose during the absorption phase. The sodium-glucose transporters reside in the lining of the small intestine, each one capable of binding these two solutes. When they bind, it's akin to turning on a well-choreographed pumping mechanism. As the solutes shift across the intestinal lining, water molecules follow, gliding through the tight junctions between cells or through specialized channels, thus boosting overall fluid uptake. It's a subtle yet critical detail in understanding how a mixture slightly richer in sodium can, paradoxically, lead to improved hydration, especially when combined with glucose. Potassium, by contrast, is crucial for intracellular fluid balance. While sodium predominantly resides outside the cell, potassium often resides within, and these two electrolytes work in tandem to maintain the correct voltage needed to keep the cell operational. When you supply both sodium and potassium through a blend like liquid IV, you're ensuring that you don't skew this gradient too far in one direction, but instead offer your cells a balanced electrolyte environment. This careful interplay keeps nerves firing properly, supports muscle function, and helps the body with normal fluid regulation. If you visualize a soft glowing environment around each cell, you might imagine the gentle flicker of sodium shifting outward, potassium balancing inward, each pause and flow of these charged ions working to keep the cellular environment stable and conducive to consistent hydration. Equally important is glucose itself. Glucose isn't just a source of energy. In the context of hydration, it's a pivotal factor that enables the co-transport mechanism. Drink plain water, and while it certainly hydrates, it may not optimize absorption as quickly in certain situations. Incorporate a precise amount of glucose, and the body effectively leverages that gradient to pull more fluid across the intestinal barrier. But one must keep the concentration balanced, because too much glucose can yield the opposite effect, drawing fluid into the intestine's lumen instead of transporting it into the bloodstream. This is why formulas like liquid IV have carefully measured amounts, just enough to enhance that co-transport phenomenon, without creating a sugary overload. Some might notice a gentle sweetness, but beneath that mild flavor lies a complex molecular dance that ensures water is guided to the bloodstream and eventually delivered to tissues that need consistent hydration, whether it's to restore fluid after a day spent outdoors or simply to maintain overall balance. Beyond electrolytes and glucose, liquid IV also incorporates several B vitamins, which bring their own supportive roles. B vitamins are known for their part in energy metabolism, helping convert nutrients into usable energy within our cells. There's thiamine vitamin B1, riboflavin vitamin B2, niacin vitamin B3, pantothenic acid, vitamin B5, pyridoxine vitamin B6, and cobalamin vitamin B12, among others that might appear in varying concentrations. In many hydration blends, B vitamins such as B3, B5, B6 and B12 appear to gently support the body's ability to manage normal metabolic processes, supporting muscles and nerves as well as helping maintain a stable mood. While you rest, these vitamins subtly go about their work, enabling enzymatic reactions that assist in the metabolism of proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Envision it as a warm orange-gold accent glow that infuses each cell with the cofactors required for efficient metabolic function, thus complementing the fluid uptake facilitated by sodium, potassium and glucose. The interplay of these components can be likened to observing a calm oceanic tide, with each wave representing a pulse of water carrying essential nutrients deeper into your system. As you lie there, letting these images lull your senses into a place of relaxation. You might reflect on how a single sip of water, when combined with the right ratio of electrolytes and a bit of glucose, becomes more than just a refreshment. It becomes a carefully orchestrated journey that harnesses the body's own cellular transport pathways. This is the science beneath the surface. Everything is measured with gentle precision so that as water continues its flow, your cells receive the hydration needed to maintain a stable environment throughout your body. This stable environment, in turn, helps regulate your body temperature, transports nutrients to various tissues, and removes metabolic byproducts, ensuring you're in a state of equilibrium. In the realm of hydration, the concept of an osmotic gradient is essential. Picture, if you will, the small intestine as a softly lit corridor of microscopic folds and projections, each lined with transport systems that are ready to carry solutes from the lumen into the bloodstream. The term osmotic gradient refers to differences in solute concentration between two compartments, such that water is drawn from the side with lower solute concentration to the side with higher solute concentration. By calibrating the levels of sodium and glucose in a beverage, you intentionally raise the solute concentration just enough for water to be drawn in, thereby increasing fluid absorption rates. Yet this effect is gentle rather than abrupt. The body seamlessly mediates the process, preventing a drastic shift in overall fluid balance. At a leisurely pace, wave after wave of water is ushered along, crossing from the small intestine into the bloodstream, eventually finding its way to capillaries and tissues that may have been craving replenishment. Sodium, potassium, and glucose each contribute to shaping that gradient, while the B vitamins stand by to assist with metabolic processes, forming a complete synergy that supports everyday hydration. Within each molecule of water, we can imagine a faint memory of how it once traveled through nature before being refined, blended and sipped alongside the carefully dosed ratio that transforms it into a hydration enhancer. As you sink into a deeper state of relaxation, consider the warmth of your own body and how water flows through every cell, propelled by the push and pull of osmotic forces, stabilized by the presence of electrolytes that help regulate fluid distribution. If you think about it, your body is in many ways a vessel of fluid compartments, partitioned by membranes that allow the movement of water and solutes when certain conditions are met. Each cell is a tiny world, with sodium, potassium, and other ions dictating the likelihood of water entry or exit. By savoring a blend such as liquid IV, you're basically handing your body a key that unlocks a more efficient route for hydration to enter your cells, aided by the synergy of glucose that sets the entire co-transport mechanism in motion. It's almost elegant in its subtlety, neither forced nor intrusive, simply leveraging a well-studied physiological phenomenon for a more balanced distribution of fluids. Now, while discussing how electrolytes support cellular hydration, it's vital to keep in mind that each ingredient has its place, like the different instruments in a calming piece of music. Sodium hits certain notes, potassium harmonizes from another angle, and glucose carries the melody that makes all the other components resonate. On top of it all, the B vitamins serve as the gentle background harmony, offering consistent support to your body's metabolism as you drift into a more restful state. The point of this synergy is not just about quickly getting fluid in, but also about maintaining a comfortable internal environment both before and after rest. Since hydration is a dynamic state rather than a static one, your body continues to regulate fluid and electrolyte levels around the clock. However, by using a blend designed for optimal absorption, you help ensure that your blood and cells are primed to retain a steady water balance, letting you breeze through periods of activity or relaxation without feeling drastically depleted. Throughout this quiet reflection, let each detail of the science wash over you gently, letting your mind explore how intricately your body manages an action as seemingly simple as drinking water. Day to day, we tend to take hydration for granted, but understanding the underlying processes can bring an added sense of appreciation for how the smallest interactions within our biochemical framework can lead to more tangible feelings of comfort and balance. Even as you lie here, the hush of your surroundings lulling you toward dreamland, cells continue to respond to the presence of these solutes, gating water in or out depending on the shifting gradients that continuously evolve as you rest. If you close your eyes, you might imagine a soft swirl representing sodium and glucose meeting near the entrance to a cell, forging a path for water to stream inward. Meanwhile, the cell adjusts its internal potassium levels, ensuring the osmotic pressure remains stable. Another swirl might represent the B vitamins quietly assisting in chemical reactions that help regulate your sense of calm and energy, forming an unspoken promise that this synergy supports you even when you're not consciously aware of it. As we continue gently, you might also find curiosity in the ways that nutrition labels explain this mix of electrolytes and vitamins. Typically, you'd see the breakdown of sodium in milligrams, indicating how it meets the recommended daily intake. You might see potassium, also in milligrams, and a note about the ideal ratio that underlies the formula's design. The label might mention total sugars, including glucose, but also reflect how carefully measured this sugar content is, ensuring you receive just enough to enhance absorption without overloading your system. The B vitamins would be spelled out plainly, perhaps listing the daily value percentage for each. You can envision how behind every percentage, behind every milligram, there stands a scientific rationale guiding the decisions about how to formulate the product. The real magic emerges once you take that first sip and allow your body's sophisticated processes to do their work. Drinking it slowly, with a sense of mindfulness, can reinforce the awareness of how the fluid glides down your throat, through your esophagus, into your stomach, and finally to the small intestine, where those faint but critical co-transporters are prepared to bind sodium and glucose, drawing water along with them. Meanwhile, potassium arrives to ensure intracellular spaces remain balanced. The presence of B vitamins further complements your metabolism, quietly supporting an array of enzymatic functions tied to energy utilization and neurological health. It's a gentle cascade of events that may unfold in mere minutes internally, yet the physiological benefits can last much longer, spreading hydration through tissues and organs and supporting normal nerve signaling and muscle activity. The effect is subtle enough that many of us may not notice it consciously, but if you focus, you might sense a feeling of refreshed comfort, a sense that water is being used efficiently. Since we're here in this calm, quiet environment, let's also reflect on how hydration can influence relaxation. Proper fluids, balanced with sodium and potassium, help maintain steady blood pressure, which can contribute to a calm sensation as you lie in bed. The synergy ensures your muscles have the ions needed to gently relax. Meanwhile, B vitamins can support the normal function of your nervous system, providing a sense of steady tranquility as you slip into slumber. Indeed, it's all connected within the body's intricate web of processes. By ensuring adequate hydration before bed, you allow your body to carry out its overnight tasks more effortlessly, such as distributing nutrients, removing byproducts, and performing minor temperature regulation. And even though you're resting, your cells are wide awake, orchestrating molecular events every moment. A nutritionally balanced hydration blend simply makes that coordination more fluid. If you've ever wondered why a simple beverage can sometimes intensify your feeling of refreshment far more than just water alone, it's because the presence of specific electrolytes and glucose can turn on the bodily mechanism that primes absorption. It's almost as though you're inviting water into your bloodstream in a more hospitable. The molecular gates open, the gradient forms readjusts, and the water is ushered through the cell membranes, delivering a gentler, fuller sense of hydration to the entire body. Of course, the real artistry is in getting the ratios correct, hence the emphasis on a specialized formula. It's not merely random amounts of sodium, potassium, and glucose, but a precise synergy along the proven science of how your body's biochemical pathways operate. When we contemplate this synergy, under the soft glow that illuminates individual cells, we may also reflect upon how each nutrient is indispensable. Sodium might be considered an outward caretaker, ensuring that the fluids circulating around its cell are properly sorted. Potassium stands guard inside the cell, maintaining the correct internal balance. Glucose is the messenger that helps everything coordinate so that water actually travels inward. And B vitamins linger behind the scenes, ensuring metabolic processes and enzymatic functions continue with ease, giving you a foundation of well-supported bodily operation. Tonight, as we linger with these images and drift through them at a slow, comfortable pace, we can appreciate the gentle technology behind liquid IV. It's a reminder that scientific insight can be woven into something as simple as the packet you stir into water and sip. The expanding field of nutritional science continues to reveal how small adjustments in solute density, osmotic gradients, and vitamin synergy can yield meaningful differences in how we feel. As you contemplate these nuances, let them serve as a soothing backdrop for your thoughts, each detail gently guiding your mind further into a resting state. Let your breathing slow as you realize the brilliance lies not in dramatic intensity, but in the quiet, precise harmony of these molecular interactions. When we talk about cellular transport technology in a blend like liquid IV, we're really referencing this timeless dance of sodium, potassium, and glucose, a dance that has existed in the human body long before any modern formula was created. Our physiology is predisposed to respond to certain triggers, and the presence of the right ratio of electrolytes alongside glucose is one such trigger that shapes how effectively fluids are moved into circulation. Over countless experiments and observation, scientists have determined the sweet spot for these ratios, which is in large part why hydration multipliers can be so effective at supporting everyday fluid intake for individuals who need a little extra help, or simply want a more efficient means of staying hydrated. The B vitamins round the integral cast of characters, ensuring your body's metabolism has the cofactors to convert nutrients, maintain nerve function, and assist in a myriad of reactions that keep you calm and content, even as you drift into your dreams. Each time you inhale softly, you can imagine a new wave of water molecules cresting against the intestinal lining, waiting to be drawn inward by the gentle pull of the gradient. Each exhale can be a moment of release, letting go of any tension in your limbs, as your body continues to welcome in the electrolytes it needs to preserve equilibrium. Feel free to reflect on the notion that hydration is not merely about quenching thirst, it's also about nurturing a supportive environment for all the cells that tirelessly work around the clock. Blood plasma, cerebrospinal fluid, interstitial fluid, they all rely on fluid balance to perform essential circuit. Think of your blood distributing oxygen and nutrients, your brain bathing in cerebrospinal fluid, your tissues being cleansed of byproducts by lymphatic flow. All these rely on finely tuned fluid movement, and every single bit of it can be supported by the ratios we've touched upon tonight. Over the years, those who study hydration have come to appreciate that it is deeply connected to broader nutrition. That's why a formula that includes vitamins alongside electrolytes acknowledges that hydration is a multifaceted process. While sodium, potassium and glucose form the main stage, vitamins contribute to the behind-the-curtain tasks that keep everything running smoothly. Rather than showering the body with large concentrations of sugar or heavy amounts of any one electrolyte, the formula is tailored to complement the body's own transport capabilities. In that sense, liquid IE acts not as a magical elixir but as a well-informed facilitator, presenting your cells with the right combination of nutrients in a form that is easy to handle, thereby respecting the body's rhythm. As your eyes grow heavy, you can let these images spark gently through your mind. The softly lit interior of your small intestine, the faint glow of each solute drifting closer together, the final swirl as water is drawn inward, the shimmering presence of vitamins ensuring that every vital reaction has the spark it needs. This is the gentle science behind hydration multipliers, a science that has been validated over time that continues to evolve as we learn more about how every molecule within it interacts. As you sink deeper into comfort, perhaps letting your eyelids droop, your breathing steady and calm, you can be reassured that even as you sleep, your body's natural intelligence will take over, using the resources you've given it to maintain a well-hydrated state. While you rest, the synergy of electrolytes, glucose and vitamins continues to play out quietly, adjusting to the subtle demands of your cells as they go about restoring and rejuvenating your muscles, your nerves. Your very sense of equilibrium can benefit from that balanced fluid environment. There's no need for any conscious effort on your part now, aside from letting your mind slip further into that gentle wave of relaxation that resonates through every breath. In these final moments, let the details of nutrition facts gently recede into the background, leaving you with a sense of gratitude for the extraordinary complexity of the human body, which can turn a simple act of sipping thoughtfully formulated beverage into a multi-layered orchestration of biological processes. Nutrition labels might be read in daylight, but at night, it's enough to know that the fundamental science is at work, naturally unveiling its calm and steady influence. The synergy of sodium, potassium, glucose, and B vitamins continues gracefully, ensuring you can drift off in peace, confident that the hydration you've taken in resonates through your system, harmonizing with your body's innate wisdom. The journey you've undergone tonight, tracing the path of water through microscopic channels and across glowing gradients, serves as a reassurance that even the most subtle, seemingly mundane actions carry deep significance when viewed through the lens of biology. Each molecule, each gradient, each bond formed or broken has its crucial function. You can embrace this knowledge with a sense of calm contentment, letting go of the day's busyness as you welcome a night of serene rest. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of how electrolytes support cellular hydration and how liquid IV's nutrition facts align with the science of osmotic gradients and co-transport mechanisms. Let these thoughts envelop softly, and as you drift deeper, feel free to release any lingering tension, confident that your body hums along in gentle equilibrium. Let your breathing be slow, your thoughts unhurried, and drift into a tranquil, dreaming perhaps of water molecules shimmering under a soft glow, guided by the synergize of sodium, potassium, glucose, and B vitamins that sustain you throughout the quiet time. May this deeper understanding of hydration bring you peace, and may you awaken renewed night.